Good to have you with us. It's been days laced with heartwarming events by wonderful people, and our team of correspondents on people and events has been putting them together for our viewing pleasure. I can assure you that we've got an exciting package. I am Ogochkuka Ona. Welcome. Let's kick this off with our young ones. Youret Academy Dong in Plateau State. The school came alive recently with color, music, and excitement as pupils adorned in colorful traditional attire celebrated their Cultural Day festivities. It was in a grand style. Indeyang and the Abagyang gives us highlights of the event. It was a colorful showcase of rich tradition and identity as students of Youret Academy Dong in Jos Plateau State took center stage in celebrating the country's diverse cultural heritage. From the north to south, east to west, the students, all dressed in traditional attires, held a cultural parade that truly captivated the audience. Beyond the excitement, the event serves as a learning platform, reminding parents and other stakeholders of the need to preserve indigenous cultures in the face of growing global influence. Guest speaker Tongshinen Johanna Gonet, speaking on the theme, My Culture, My Heritage, emphasizes the role of families in preserving cultural values, urging parents to actively teach their words indigenous languages.
We should continue to do this. Let's teach our children our dialect. Let's give them our cultural food. And I tell you that our culture is already taking over the world.
Proprietor of Youret Academy, Samuel Waplang, says cultural education remains essential in shaping responsible future leaders and preventing cultural extinction.
This program was designed this year, 2026, specifically to make the learners understand the diversity of culture, which will help unite them amongst themselves. This cross-cultural performance that the students are doing is a way of making them understand the values, the norms, and the way the society does its things. And we know that when you coach them young, especially if they are young, and you put them in the right way, they will be able to understand and imbibe the traditional values that the society or their culture will never go extinct.
Parents described cultural heritage as a living legacy that promotes unity and strengthens moral values in society.
It fosters unity among the children. They see the diverse ethnicity and the cultural activities of others, and they come to appreciate it.
It brings the unity between the children and the culture.
It will bring up children in a way that they will not forget their roots.
I've learned that our culture brings joy and happiness to us. When we get to know each other's culture, it makes us to have peaceful coexistence among each other.
Variety, they say, is the spice of life, hence this display.
That was beautiful, right? Our cultural heritage, truly a thing of immense pride. Now, in a heartwarming celebration of shared memories, lasting friendships, and proud traditions, members of the Queen Elizabeth School Ilorin Old Girls Association came together for a colorful evening of connection and reflection. At their annual general meeting and dinner themed Celebrating Our Legacy, Strengthening Our Bond, the atmosphere was enveloped with nostalgia, laughter, and recognition as old friends reunited. Outstanding personalities were also honored for their contributions to the growth of the association and the legacy of their alma mater. Ifeoma Ojinta witnessed all items on the program of event and brings us highlights.
The event brought together generations of alumni united by a common commitment to preserving the values and heritage of their alma mater. Amid laughter, warm reunions, and reflections on school days in Ilorin, conversation also turned to issues of deeper significance. Delivering the keynote address, an alumni, Dr. Ifenne, challenged guests with a thought-provoking question: Queen Schools of the North, where is the North? She recalled the vision of the founding fathers to promote girl-child education in northern Nigeria, but expressed concern that, nearly 70 years later, declining enrollment of girls in schools remains a pressing challenge.
It calls for inward searching. We cannot blame external forces, and we cannot close our eyes or our ears to the cries around us and feel helpless. They say, what are we going to do? The agency should be in our hands, one way or the other. How do we re-engineer confidence amongst our people?
The president of the association, Hajia Buntu Abagana, noted that as the school approaches its 70th anniversary, plans are underway to mark the milestone with impactful initiatives aimed at strengthening the institution's legacy and supporting future generations.
This association is a very, it has been an old association. It didn't start today or yesterday. Right now, we intend to organize ourselves during the 70th anniversary of Queen Elizabeth School Ilorin to go around the northern states and try and see the governors in their respective states or collectively in Abuja to tell them about the girl child.
While the evening celebrated achievements and enduring friendship, it was far from just speeches. Old girls took time to unwind, reconnecting and reliving cherished moments that shaped their journey. And reliving cherished moments that shaped their journey. The highlight of the night was the presentation of awards to distinguished alumni and notable Nigerians for their contributions to society. Among them were former presidential candidates Sarah Jibril and former president of the Court of Appeal, Justice Mariam Bukachwa, both recognized for their trailblazing roles in national development.
Our aim is to make sure that they get quality education, they are catered for while they were in school, and then when they are transiting from primary school to secondary school, from secondary school to the university, we ensured they are encouraged to do that. So on behalf of myself and the others who were awarded today, I say a big thank you to each and every one of you.
For me, it's homecoming because they are to me my mothers, my aunties, my senior sisters, my colleagues and sisters. Because at a very young age, I lived with them when my mother was their principal. Mom was the first indigenous principal of Queen's School in '64. So thinking back, there are people with whom I share a lot of commonality with the same upbringing, shared values, and so on, so on, so forth. So I'm amongst kids and I'm amongst family, so to speak, and to be honored, I'm happy.
It has impacted greatly in us, and we are giving it back to the society. And being here today, I feel so honored being the baby of the house. Among all of them, I am the youngest that finished in year 2006. And I am honored. They treated me well, and I felt so special.
An evening of glamour and grace, yet underscored by a renewed call to action, reminding all that beyond the celebration, the responsibility to educate and empower the girl child remains as vital as ever.
Classmates, schoolmates, and friendships that last a lifetime. They remain united, active, and committed to the growth of the school. Kudos. And the popular saying that language is the roadmap of our culture best describes one of the programs on NTA Channel 5, Oka, Igbo Efuna. Its goal is to ensure that the Igbo language and culture are continually preserved. Jane Francis Obil tells us that the program attracted various schools within and outside Oka, Anambra State, competing in different Igbo language skills and culture.
Igbo Efuna is a brainchild of NTA, the official language used to anchor the event all through was Igbo. The various schools in attendance were exposed to the national anthem, proverbs, idioms, folktales, and parables in Igbo language. The General Manager NTA Oka, Frank Ozomolua, and Igbo Efuna Program Coordinator, Mr. Jude Echewodo, put the event in perspective.
Our ZD in Enugu thought it wise to promote the Igbo culture, promote the Igbo language, and that is why he came up with this name, Igbo Efuna. Igbo Efuna means that Igbo language will not get lost or go extinct.
A lot of children don't know how to make speeches or to offer prayers with kola nuts. The importance of kola nuts, many of them don't know it. They had everything here today.
Dignitaries and some sponsors want stakeholders to actively promote Igbo language and culture.
This program will only sensitize and elicit interest, amongst the Igbo-speaking populace. I'm happy I've come here, I've seen many schools, I've seen many children, and I'm impressed with what they are delivering, okay? And today, just like we say in Igbo, tabubo, if we start today, all right, we'll get it right.
Many of our diasporans, they got married abroad, they've given birth abroad, and they've become grandmothers and grandfathers abroad without even their children knowing how to say calm in Igbo language.
We the Igbo are keeping our language alive, and I want to encourage every Igbo person to make sure that we continue to keep our language alive, even across the world.
In the senior category, Boys Secondary School Orifite clinched the first position. The junior category, Central School Abatete also won the first place. Other outstanding schools like Model of Mercy Secondary School Azibo, Catholic Girls Secondary School Ozobolo, For the Okup Memorial Primary School, Amobia, and Community Primary School Abatete also earned recognition. Some winners expressed their gratitude to NTA for the opportunity to demonstrate their talents.
I also want to urge all Igbo, both in the southeast and outside the southeast, let us promote our culture because this is our identity.
The Igbo competition is very nice, and I will always try to speak Igbo.
I learned the turn of Igbo language to English. It helped me so much to understand our culture and our language.
Done with this stage, winners are expected to compete at the zonal level.
That's lovely. You'll agree with me, catching them young there. Thanks to NTA Oka for this wonderful initiative. Next is a celebration of legacy, love, and lasting impact. An atmosphere wrapped in elegance, emotion, and heartfelt celebration as colleagues, family, and well-wishers gathered to honor Olukemi Fakeye, a woman whose impact far outweighs the years she has spent on the broadcast space. Though her time at NTA Channel 5 Abuja as general manager may be described as brief, she carved a niche defined by professionalism, poise, and an unmistakable dedication to leadership, one that continues to echo through the halls she once graced. Abdullahi Ajia has this.
The occasion, which doubled as a birthday celebration and retirement send-off, was filled with admiration and glowing tributes. Leading the chorus of praise, the Executive Director of News, Ayo Adewuyi, and Director News, Halima Musa, described Fakeye as an astute and dedicated journalist of 22 years in service, whose commitment to excellence set a standard for others to follow. His words struck a chord, drawing notes of agreement and applause from attendees.
There's been one woman who has really lived up to that tenet of journalism, which is a 24-hour job. That is no time of the day you place the call to Mrs. Fakeye, it is just one call. She will pick it up.
Women are known to be multitaskers. So we are always multitasking while we are working. Sometimes you are screaming and stamping your feet because you have a responsibility in the office. You also have a serious responsibility at home. She hardly talks. She just smiles. But when it comes to delivering on the job, she's always at the forefront.
Like I keep telling everybody what a woman cannot do, nobody can do it better. Apologies to all our men. And I could recall that the few moments I have with her when I come to her office, I always say her in Yoruba, Mama,
Emotions ran high as colleagues took turns delivering valedictory speeches, each recounting moments that highlighted her discipline, grace under pressure, and unwavering work ethic. The atmosphere was one of unity as every message aligned in celebrating a woman whose legacy is firmly etched in the hearts of many.
Because of me, Auntie had to suspend her own master's degree for me to go and study law. congratulations, and I wish you well. I will miss you. You are a good sister.
Remember, we had the last election. Madam Fake and I, we spent 5 good days not sleeping day and night. We were working for the election, getting guests at 1 a.m. to come to the studio to deliver. She was not tired at all.
Her family, beaming with pride, expressed deep gratitude for the outpouring of love shown to their matriarch. They spoke of her life beyond the newsroom, one marked by discipline, strength, and an enduring commitment to values that shaped not just her career, but her home.
I want to thank her. You have been thanking me. You will join me to thank her too. Because she has made us proud. Honestly.
I have to say is thank you, Lord.
In her response, Fake stood humbled, visibly moved by the overwhelming show of affection. She thanked her colleagues and loved ones, urging those still in service to remain steadfast and committed to selfless duty, a principle she lived by.
I'm humbled by everything that everybody has said. It's just me, and it's all because I am passionate about whatever I do. I am passionate about my relationship with people. Some people, if you ask them, they will say she's very wicked, she's very stubborn, she like job too much. You see, everybody like that you like work like her. But at times it pays. It pays. And today they are talking about me, myself, and the GMNTA 24. And it's all because of the way we had worked together all this while. Our bosses, they saw that virtue in us.
The celebration reached its peak with the ceremonial cutting of the cake, accompanied by cheers, laughter, and the presentation of gifts, as well as tokens of appreciation for a woman who has given so much. For her children, it was more than just a retirement. It was a proud milestone, a moment to celebrate a legacy of excellence and the beginning of a new chapter.
For where she is today, I thank God for how she started. Because back then in Akure, how we used to watch her go to work every day and come back. So I'm just happy.
I am proud of her. And I'm thankful to God that she started her journey well and ended well.
As the curtain falls on her professional journey, one thing remains certain. Olukemi Fake may be stepping away from the spotlight, but her story, rich with impact and inspiration, will continue to shine for years to come.
That's bowing out in style. It doesn't matter how long she was there. We are talking about the intensity or quality of our presence, and this makes the moment feel timeless. Congratulations, Mom. Greater days ahead. And this is where we call it a day in our joyous note. Thank you always for being there. Be vigilant and stay out of trouble. Promote peace and unity at all times. Bye for now.